So once you add the first elements, right, that's the second step here. First you declare it. So let's say I'm going to use the unit test now to show you. I want to test my LinkedList. Right. So we should create a new package to do the test. So test. What's unit test? Unit test going to be very useful now because we don't want to keep rewriting the code every time when we have the new list coming in to test, the new class coming in to test. So if you're highlighting it, we may need to add. Okay, let's add. So in IntelliJ, you can just highlight the class, hold on Alt key and do enter. Then you create a test. Or you create the same source root. Let's see if we do OK first. We have an option. We can do JUnit. Let's get the latest one, the 4. Java unit test. And the destination packages, we want to put them all in test, then we're not confusing. This is just for testing. Right now, I only have added. If I have more than one method, it's going to list them all here. Right, but just want to show you one first, right? That's how we used. And it's pretty much just going to generate the class for you right there, right? Just make sure that we have that library import. It looks like we are missing the libraries here because from JDK 1.8 is not coming with the unit. The unit is different libraries here. We need to go to File, Settings, Plugins, and you can type JUnit. And we're going to use JUnit here. And install plugins. And then it looks like we have to restart. Alright, so if we see these errors, one easy way to fix it is Alt Enter. Yeah, we still see that error. So add the JUnit. It's going to pick up the path for you, right? And then that's it. So let's configure the path where JUnit library is for you and include it right here. Right now we see we have the JUnit library here. So how do we use this? Let's look at LinkedList, right? Let me split. So we say we add, after we add, we create a new node, right? So LinkedList test. If I want to run the test now, if I run as it is, right? This is causing from the original project when I start to modify this, right? Which I'm going to switch it back. You see, that's why we don't want to when we have a new list, like I don't want to use array list, I want to use linked list, that's going to cause a problem if you keep modifying this code to support that. So you better do that in a test instead. Like that's an errors, like they don't know what's add. Right. Now what I'm going to do, last time we talked about stack, and I don't even have that method for stack because it's called push, not add. So that's why there's errors right there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to revert this code back to original with array list first. Okay. Same thing now, what you're going to do for this assignment. You're not going to modify your assignment 1 yet. Okay. You just need to make sure you go to create a list and test them within the test first. And then just identify the best list that you want to use. And then modify it for that list instead. Okay. Like now, I'm going to comment this out, and that should be put old code back. That should have no errors. And let me just do system.out.print, okay, in here, like, okay, test, and try to run this. Bring this test, and it's green. And I say test, right? Green, that means it passed the test. That means it works, right? But we didn't actually test our code yet. But we just want to see green, but we want to see how do we test this. We like to use something like called assert. Okay. Assert. Make sure you get the Java JUnit test assert because they all have unit tests. And if you go to, this is just the Java doc. You can assert array equals, assert equals, like the numbers, right? Assert false, assert null. Okay, so for example, if I want to assert, right? I want to assert the values, right? You can do fails too, right? That means you make it fail, right? And these are statics, right? So if I say fail, it means you're going to fail the test. Like for example, say assert fail. When you run this, if you right click at the method level, it's going to run just that method to test. Fail. One test fail because you make it fail, right? Okay. Now let's look at assert equals. We have like double long objects string, right? So you can say the message, expected values and actual values, right? So for example, if I want to say assert dot, I want to compare, right? Equals assert. Let's see, assert equals. Okay. You can do arrays too, but let's just make it simple, like test as a message. And if I want to say I want to assert two values, right? Or you can assert two objects too, right? Two double, two float. This is actual values, and this is like expected, right? One is say actual and delta. So let's say if the actual happen to be 5.5, and we expected to see 0.15. Okay. You may see the cross, that means it's is no longer used. It's called at. So one test failed. So let's see why it's failed. Actual delta floating point number. Let me test 5. No, this is not deprecated. The other one is deprecated. When you see class name deprecated, no longer used. That's why there's an error rated. Because this floating point is hard to assert them. Like number of decimal places. So this is actual value and this is expected value. If they are equals, that means you pass the test, right? So meaning that if I add something into my list, this is going to be my actual, and I expect to see whatever item that I have in the list. If they're equals, then I pass the test. This is basic testing, right? Okay, let's see. Now, we're going to come back and we need to finish creating your linked list first, and then we can start reconstructing the test to test that. We're going to test that. But before that, let's finish your linked list. Right, so we have your class to test your linked list, but we're not finishing this yet. So, like for example, if I want to do this, I can just pretty much just create a declare linked list, right? And maybe test with the, if you want to test with user account, you could do so. Now I'm going to just test with string, right? Because you already have user in your project, you could, right? I'm going to say list equals to new the linked list that I created. So we need to import in, right? Okay, so there's the one, right? New linked list, and I did parameterize it to use, right? New linked list. Like at that point, I could test just simple constructor if it works, right? Like it should assert and it should do. Let me create a method to test. I'll say just run an add for now. Do assert dot assert equals list, and we have assert no, right? But let me test this first. Should not take it. Let's say assert not no, assert no. So I'm going to use assert no because we know that when we create the new one, it should be no, right? That's just the test. If it passed, then it's going to be green, right? So right click that, fill, assert no, list. So when we refer to list, it's no longer null. We create a new thing. Null actually the item inside, which I should have get, right? Or because refer to node, right? Get list is the linked list, okay? And it's no longer null because I instantiate an object, right? But I'm looking at it's actually an empty list, so I might want to create a method to test as empty instead, right?